All right, we are live. Playing Road to Broadhurst, the introductory adventure for Draw Steel. This one's set up for experienced DM, experienced director, they call it, who's running the game for players new to the system. So I'll be able to guide along the players if they have any questions. And this adventure is taking place between a town named Wend and a village named Broadhurst. These are both in the barony of Dalrath, ruled over by the benevolent Lord Kenway. And the journey should take them 3 to 4 days. The adventure will start basically with you guys in journey. So let me move you onto the map, then we can get started. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks, PH and Grognard Guy, for joining up. Oh, before I go any further, players in the game, make sure you can't see the screen because I'm showing the GM view. So you can see your screen in Roll20 because you'll see the player view, but don't look at the screen on the broadcast or on your StreamYard. Because you'll see where all of the secret stuff is.
No cheating.
None.
So it is about 11 in the morning. You've been traveling for about the last 2 hours. The road's getting muddy. Fiok, who is the merchant who hired you, is driving the wagon full of medicine. And he's got his brimmed hat on and water's just pouring off of the brim. He's hunched down. He's trying to guide that horse carefully not to get it stuck in any muddy ruts. There are side roads here and there for other farms, maybe other cities. You're passing another one of them, and it has a signpost that says Wind, pointing back behind the wagon, and Broadhurst, pointing forward. So we'll go around the table here, and you guys can tell me where you're at, what you look like, if there's something on your mind that you're thinking, and we'll let's see, have each of you go ahead and click your IN0 button. That'll throw you in the initiative, and then we can just cycle through the order of the initiative as we go. So Jory, put your token where you're at. I've moved you guys down here by the wagon, and tell us what you look like and what you're thinking.
I, as much as possible, lean up against the wagon, trying to slack as much as I can. Young man, early 20s, bit of a smirk on my face. Nice clothes, but now they're wet and I'm cranky. I look over at the dwarven brothers that seem to be reveling in the mud. I don't know about this. This job is sounding terrible.
Standing on the other side of the cart, sort of trying to keep up the pace. Stony-skinned dwarf with sort of a slate-colored beard speckled with moss. And I'm dragging behind me a large railroad tie. I call out, I don't know, man. Seems pretty standard to me.
Standing in the front by the horse, patting a dwarf, stone skin but lighter, red beard and a cowboy hat, and leathered rags with a battle axe equipped on his back. Now, girl. Reaches into his pocket, pulls out the apple, feeding the horse. What do we find today? Goblins or bandits?
Toward the back of the caravan is a tall, 7-foot tall, perpetually scowling orc, deep green skin, very simple canvas clothing, peeking in through the cover of the back, muttering to himself very loudly, but definitely to himself. Goat medicine? This is what you have me out here doing?
Inside the wagon, Rurik, you see Hector and Myrna. Myrna being the alchemist who's brewed up this medicine. Hector watching the medicine carefully, kind of holding it against the jostling wagon. She peeks back out at you and sees all the rain, looks over towards Silith.
I turn and look across these traveling companions I've been saddled with. Tall, wet-haired, stuck to my face, glinting armor. Drumming my fingers on the pommel of my sword, I walk towards Jorel. I pull out a dagger and I hand it to him and I say, "Follow me." And I walk over to the front of this nag that's seen better days.
I look down at the dagger. What? What do you? What?
Munching on her
Who
apple
put
right
him in
now.
charge?
You
Why,
hear
why do we listen
you
to
hear a
him?
hissing. You hear a hissing noise. It's kind of staccato as it rushes towards the wagon. Then with a thwack, you see a crossbow bolt embed itself in the canvas of the wagon. Then you hear another hissing staccato sound coming from the north. It smacks with a thud into the signpost right by Bobby.
Cover!
Another crossbow
Take
bolt.
cover!
To the north are bandits coming your way. A small band of them. And you see coming out from underneath their cloaks prehensile tails and a snout coming out from underneath their hood. Looks like rat folk. 2 of them have fired their crossbows, and the others have crossbows ready. You guys,
Well, girl, I guess I spoke too
we'll go
soon.
with Bobby. Bobby, are you guys going to go first or second?
We're gonna go first.
So this is you guys decide if the rats will go before you or you'll go before the rats.
We got company, y'all. Look
Bobby,
alive.
I'm
now.
what's the decision?
On my way, Bobby. Looks like I spoke too soon, girl, as I pat the horse.
My steel rings out as I rip my sword out of the scabbard.
I drop the dagger on the
Berlin,
ground.
Go ahead.
Charging around the mare. Come around to the other side. Bobby, where are they at? Readying my axe and looking in the direction through the fog of rain.
Through the rain, you see 2 columns hugging the rock wall, the road to the north of you, and hugging the hedgerow also, moving your direction.
Goblins, strange hooded creatures up ahead on the road. Get ready. As I battle stance, legs wide in the dripping rain, next to my brother.
You hear a haunting sound of pan flute start up, unseen on the other side of that rock wall, and urged on by the music, the rats scurry with great speed toward you. Both columns moving fast your direction into range with their weapons. After they do that, they let loose with crossbow bolts. They move up into range, the ones that aren't, before they fire. There'll be 3 bolts coming at Bobby. No, 4 bolts coming at Bobby, 4 bolts coming at Berlin. Only the first one will do the full damage here. So this is on Berlin, the close one. This is 2 damage, Berlin. And then 3 more bolts come streaking at you. 2, 3. And they each do 2 more damage to you for a total of 8 damage. Then we got a bolt coming at Bobby. That one sinks in good, 5 damage to Bobby, and then 3 more bolts quickly follow. 2 more each for a grand total of 11 damage to Bobby.
I'm ahead. How you doing, boy?
Me too, man. Golly.
I'm gonna stick my axe in their head.
Jory.
The medicine. We gotta protect the medicine, right? I move to the back of the wagon and then jump in. As I jump in, I then
Very good.
peek through the canvas at these things coming towards us, and I just can't quite. Is he close enough? Yes, they are. My hand comes out of the canvas and I clutch like this, and I seize on the this goblin here. Oh, excuse me, this goblin. Grabbing
Rat
at
folk.
him.
Looks like a rat folk. Now that they're
Rat
close enough,
folk.
you can see
They're
rat,
very
there's rat
ugly.
snouts, yeah.
They're very, very ugly. And slide him 6 into his companion and then into the rock wall.
All right. His body falls slump after that, and so does his companions. Then more rat folk coming. Next rat folk are going to be pouring out from the wall to the west. So the low rock wall was hiding some rat folk behind it, and you see the first of them come around the corner of the wall with pretty good speed, close up on Berlin there, try to stab into him with the rapier, doing 2 damage to you, Berlin. Tries to slide you, but your dwarven stoutness doesn't allow that to happen. And so then he shifts here to put his back against the signpost, and then more start pouring out. Put them all in there.
Get ready, Bobby. They messed with the wrong dwarves.
Look alive, folks. There's more of them.
Ignore what I just clicked. 2 more damage on Berlin. Another one comes out for 2 more damage on Berlin. And one rushes by Silef, and they seem to be ganging up on your tactician over there. And another companion. The ones to Silef weren't able to get to you in time to attack you, so that's it for them. Bobby, go ahead.
That's my brother, you bastards. And I run and then take a charging run at this one, hitting him with a devastating rush attack
Took you long enough.
for 10 damage.
You hit that one so hard, you knock him in. Yeah, it knocks him into his companion, dropping both of them.
You all right, Berlin?
I'm all right. Look at you swinging. That's how Pa taught us.
Then, Jory, you see another rat folk come around the corner of the hedgerow to the east of you all. It peeks around the corner and fires on your friend Rurik. Well, no, it doesn't. It closes on your friend Rurik. A little closer, and then hurls some daggers his way. Rurik,
Telepathically.
4
Rurik,
damage.
behind you. Quit praying. It's behind you.
Another 2 Rurik. And then 2 more of those creatures come out from the north here and try to line up dagger throws onto Bobby, Berlin. Bobby and Berlin are both going to take this attack at the same time for 2 damage to each of you, Bobby and Berlin.
Oh, what was that? Watch out.
Man.
We're taking on heat over here. How you guys doing?
How much damage was that? I'm sorry.
I would go with 2 to each of you.
Thank you.
And Rurik.
Cull, you've gotten me into this. You had better get us out. I shout to the sky as I pray. I extend my palm toward the closest one approaching from the east, and a large ray of golden light catches him, and it does 4 damage. I then
withers under the
ball
fire.
my left fist and I open my mouth, and another ray shoots out to the other one approaching from the east. And I catch him for
Oh, I did
damage.
verify that is a typo. You can't actually. You only shoot it once.
I can't spend one hiding to shoot it twice.
Correct. Yeah, that's an error there. It said one clarity and it was wrong.
So apologies. I misunderstood you.
No worries. No worries. All right, and then that pan flute that you heard starts to get closer. Getting a lot of feedback. I think it's coming from Bacon's mic, maybe.
Bacon, can you mute
Bacon, you
for
want to try
just a
muting real
second?
quick?
Is it me?
I think it might be. Yeah, confirmed.
Confirmed, yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. You see coming out from the rock wall in the road back behind the rest of the rat folk is the one playing the panpipes. It will go to there, and you can kind of feel. I didn't do this already, but I'm going to do it now. You can feel the presence of the thing. It's mightier than all the rest. You also, all of you, have some hero tokens that you can use when you like. So I'll try that for you. When it gets to there, it will do. It maneuver to tempo change. It plays the pipes strangely, and this is targeting Bobby. Bobby, if you have a presence less than 2, your slowed save ends. And what that does to you, Bobby, is it reduces your speed to 2. And of course, it's a save in. So then your turn, you make a save to get that away from you. And I think your presence is less than 2. So that affected you. Panpipes affected you. He did that. Then he's going to go ahead and do move up to here with his second. And then side left, your turn.
I'd turn and look towards these 3 creatures ganging up on me, and I say, "Do your worst, bastards." I will attack the middle. Hold on a second. I grip my steel tight, and I thrust towards the one in the middle, and then turn and hack towards the one to his left. Using...
middle and to his left. That'll be that one and oops, sorry. That one and that one, both taken down.
I whip towards the other one. I turn my head back towards the car and I bark, "Feark, Hector, take cover, hide."
I've got him.
You see, Jory, that Hector. You see Hector and Myrna are both hiding as best they can in the crevices at the back of the wagon. Feok, he panics. He tries to get the horse moving, and immediately, as he's busy watching the rat folk, he drives the wagon right into a rut, a deep rut full of mud, and with a shaking Jory, you come to a stop, and that's the end of round 1. Start of round 2. Malice will build. That'd be 2, and then 5 of you. And then you guys are going first, and looks like Berlin's ready. Berlin.
I gotta clear this guy out. We gotta take that guy out with the flute, Bobby. As I raise my axe, gripping it with both hands and coming down to cleave him. Brutally slamming him. 16.
The one just south of you.
8. 8 damage, correct.
The one just south. Okay.
Correct, yes. There we go.
That drops that one. And the one to the west of that one is so overcome with fear that he flees away.
Yeah, run! Go on, get! Spin on the ground.
I turn slowly. I'm sorry.
The rats to the north, their leader. You see the rain kind of stops for a second. The clouds overhead part as he plays that pan flute. He raises it to a crescendo. A beam of light shines down on him. You can see him take up strength there and resolve. And then, as he does that, all of his followers are emboldened and move forward and fire their crossbows
Oh, they're getting cocky now.
in a line in front of them. Crossbow bolts coming. 3 for Bobby, 3 for Berlin. We'll do Bobby first. Bobby, you're going to take, they have an edge with their captain, so that's a 13. You're going to take 4 points of damage from the first bolt that hits you. 2 more for each following one for a total of 10 points of damage. Berlin, you got a shot coming. It's same for you, so 4 and 6 more for 10 total on you. As they all let loose a rain of crossbow bolts toward you guys. Then Bobby.
Oh!
I slowly, sort of catching some of the bolts on my railroad tie. I slowly turn. I don't know what's happening to me. Taking 2 steps over to this one.
Bobby!
But I'm gonna hit you. I make a brutal slam to the one to the west of me, doing 5 damage and pushing him towards
Dropping that one.
knocking him into the
To the
wall,
wall.
falls to the ground.
Then there are, wow. You made quick work of the rat folk already. There's one left. It goes now in desperation, fighting against your tactician. It will try to plunge its rapier into Silif. It does 2 damage, Silif. It will slide you 2, but I think you have stability of 1, so it can only slide you 1. So it slides you 1 to there. And then it's going to shift 3 to there. And then Jory.
He's coming for the cart.
You see a rat snout poking around the back of the wagon, Jory.
Rurik, there's someone coming. I gotta protect the civilians. I look over at Myrna and Hector on the wagon. It's okay, folks. We have this well in hand. The big scary orc is gonna kill that thing. And
I
then
glare at you, at big scary orc, mean mug you, and then turn back to the rat.
I use remote assistance by confusing the rat in its tiny little mind. I helped you, Rurik. I'm helping.
I will.
Okay, after you come the mischievers. They, let's see, there's 1, 2. They start converging down toward Rurik, ignoring or skirting past Berlin and Bobby. And then they all try to launch daggers out at Rurik. The first one does 2 damage, Rurik. And then 2 more coming, 2 damage each, a grand total of 6 damage from the 3 of those guys. And then you hear a rustling in the trees to the south. Previously hidden rat folk there start converging on the back of the wagon. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're there. There. And there. 2 of them try and stab at Rurik. That's 2 more damage, and then 2 more damage, and then 2 try and hurl their daggers into the wagon where Jory is, who's got cover in there, so they'll have disadvantage on these attacks. That's enough to
Dwarfs
bring
to
it down
the
to 4
card.
damage, Jory.
I
And
collapse and heap to the ground.
2 more damage from the second one. Rurik, so when you go negative in this game, you got to keep track of your negatives, because you can go to negative half your stamina. So you can go to -9. I think you're at -1 or -2, I think.
Yes.
So the rat
-1.
folk, considering you good for dead, were surprised that you're still standing. And that was it for them. Next to go, Rurik. So when you're at negative, Rurik, your condition is dying. And the dying condition means that you are bleeding and that you cannot catch your breath in combat. So the bleeding condition means if you use an action or a triggered or a might or agility test or ability, you'll lose d6 plus your level stamina, which you can't prevent. After you resolve it, if you're still bleeding after you resolve it. So if you were to heal yourself and you weren't bleeding after the healing, you would not get that damage. And it's your turn.
I curse call under my breath, and I place my palms as I'm on the ground on my own chest, and I begin to glow with golden light, and I stop the bleeding, and I'm able to stand.
Then the maestro's turn. The rat folk part as he strides forward toward Berlin. When he closes on Berlin, he's going to do a malicious strike. That's going to take 5 malice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 6, 7. So he's going to do +6 damage on this attack he's doing with his rapier, which he draws out. Going through your guys' mind, you've been to the City of Wind, and you've seen these rat folk around the City of Wind. You know that they are that thieves, hooligans, not necessarily murderous might be your only hope, but they often leave their prey unconscious and in compromising positions. So this rat folk now does trouser cut on you, taking 3 more malice. 1, 2, 3. And that is a 10. So 7 + 6 is 13 damage to you, Berlin.
Oh, my
And he would
two-handed axe up, trying to stop it.
So make sure you keep track of the negatives, yeah. And he would, with that, push you 3, but you're a dwarf, and you got stability of 3, so it doesn't push you at all. It doesn't taunt you, but it does drop your trousers down around your ankles. You won't be able to move again until you use a maneuver to pull them up or kick them off.
Oh, my willy's out, Bobby.
It's his turn. Jory, you did something here. Target damage is now live.
I hear the cry of
It
pain.
did
Feedback loop.
13 damage. It's going to take half of the 13, so it's going to take 6 damage when it does that. Got it. And Silaf, your turn.
Observing the chaos erupting around me, I step aggressively into this pack of beasts, swinging wildly. I hack at the one directly in front of me. I try to take his head off his shoulders. Turn and thrust my dagger into the other one.
So you're using a ranged power to do this, which unfortunately what it does is it gives you disadvantage when you do that. Not disadvantage, bane. But you roll the minimum anyway. So you do 4 damage, dropping that one, and dropping the one beside him. And I'm just going to the next person, but if you ever want to do anything more than that, you let me know. Biak, he's going to hide in the wagon. He crawls through the canvas and gets there by Hector and Myrna, and is now under cover of the canvas of the wagon, which is stuck in the mud. And his turn is done. That's the end of round 2, actually. So now we're coming up to round 3. Malice builds to 3 plus 5 of you. And everyone in the world wants to go first. Berlin, go ahead.
Standing there with my pants around my ankles in the mud, axe in hand. Bobby, I need help here. I raise my axe up, slamming down with a brutal slam at the creature for 7 surging energy through me.
Bring him over here, man.
Pushing
me get
him
some of that
back.
action.
Push them at where? How far?
1 square back.
Push him 1? Okay. He's got stability of 1, so he doesn't move. Definitely dodging your shove. And then the red eyes are going. 5 of them. He waves to the red eyes to drop you and Berlin and Bobby. They move in to do just that. These 3 circle around to have a clear shot with the eyes on me. This does, they have an edge with their captain, so 4 damage. And then there's 2 more after that for 2 damage each, for a total of 8 damage, Bobby. And then Berlin, first one shooting at you, eyes on me. 7, 8, 9, even with their commander, that's only 2 damage. And then 2 more shots for 2 more, so a total of 6 damage, Berlin. They are done.
Oh!
Bobby.
I'm getting surrounded.
Hold on, Berlin.
I ain't looking good.
I shift here, and with a massive spinning attack, I take the railroad tie and say, "Back, all you! Get back!" Swinging it around,
Holy cow.
dealing 8 damage.
The
to
rat
everyone
north of you goes flying.
in my vicinity. I knock the
rat next to
one,
him goes flying.
knock him into the other, and doing 8
And that
points
one
of damage.
that one's smashed into the rock wall and drops dead.
All right, Bobby.
The last
And,
this footpath.
I will
The-
in the motion. I'll take a moment to catch my breath.
Okay. That'll get you 11 stamina back. Very good. After you comes them. The mischievers are now going to go. Okay, so they're trying to swarm around the wagon, the ones that are south here. This one goes 1, 2, 3, 4 into the wagon. Grabs a crate.
In here.
5, 6. Provoking 7, 8 from Jory.
Jory,
When you have a provoke, you
attack?
can take anything that's a free strike. So yeah, your free strike you could do.
I mind spike him. It's a free strike. You just
Yep.
Where is it? Sorry. Why can't I find it? Can you roll for me, Tom? I can't find the mind spike.
Yeah.
There, I found it. Never mind.
So
Got
it's
it.
going to be under
Yeah, got it.
Okay, it'll have a disadvantage, or not a bane, because he was Jason. You're doing a range attack, but that still doesn't have to drop him. He drops. The crate drops.
My
down.
card.
I'm going to keep him there, just so you know where the crate's at. But he is dead. 0. I'll put it like an X through him, so he's dead. You dropped him right there. Okay, then the next rat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grabs a crate. 7, 8. 9. Again, the provokes are free. You can do them over and over. Dropping that
Same
one
thing.
as well.
Yep. Right over his
Yeah,
companion.
I'm just going to keep 1 rat there. Yeah. 2 crates there. 2 crates left, or 3 crates left in your wagon.
I
The
pop
other ones
his
aren't as brave.
brain.
They see what Jory's done to their friend, and now this one's going to try and stab or throw daggers at Jory.
I crouch down. I'm
connects
still in
pretty
the
good.
wagon.
4 damage, Jory. You get some edge for your cover. 4 damage from that. Then the other 2 are going to close down here, and 1 dagger each at Rurik. So Rurik, that is 5 damage from the first dagger. The second dagger is going to be another 2. Grand total of 7 damage, Rurik. Mischievous rats. Is that all of them? I think it is. Yep. Okay. Back to you guys. Yori, your turn.
I shift over where the rats were jumping up into the wagon. I put both hands on my temples. Kinetic pulse, burst 5.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that is.
I see burst 3. That'll get everything
Burst 3?
nearby you
Okay.
for sure. If you're strained. Are you strained after you use it?
Yep.
Yeah. If you're strained, it's a burst 3. Okay, so that's going to do 2 psychic. That'll kill that one. Leave that one with a few hit points. Kill that one. And this one back here will be wounded. 2. Boom. Got it. Oops. What did I do that to? All right. After Jory, the maestro goes again, and round 3, he does Rondo of Rats. Within 10 of him, this is a villain action, so it does not count one of his actions, but all the dead rats stand and make strikes against all of you before they die again. So you have 3 by Bobby. Free strike on Bobby for 2. Free strike on Bobby for 2. They drop. We got 1 here south of Berlin. He tries to stab Berlin with his rapier. That does 1 damage, Berlin. And then we got a couple of risers here by Silif. They stab away for 4 damage, Silif, before they drop dead again. And that's
these
all
rats,
the dead
I
rats
thought they were
that are
dead.
by anyone. And then that was a villain action. And then he's going to do trouser cut again with the malicious strike again, finishing off Berlin if he can. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 extra damage with his trouser cut.
The cut goes through Berlin's chest. Blood pouring down his mouth as he slumps to the ground, motionless.
Berlin dies at the hands of the maestro. 7 and 6 is 13 damage. So that's going to do 6 more damage to the maestro. And Mike, sorry for the late exit. Thank you so much for playing, or early exit. I'm sure your brother will have a good eulogy for you. Okay, that was the maestro. He did that, and then he will tempo change. Going to get Bobby and Yori in the tempo change. Range 10, and it's going to be you are each slowed. Save ends unless your presence is 3, and none of you have a presence of 3. So Jory and Bobby both slowed. Save ends from that. Maestro's done. Next to go, Rurik.
You're muted.
Oh, check the mute. Oh, still can't hear you, Bacon.
Sorry, it's a debacle. I collect myself and I take a long stride around from the back of the caravan to the side, having heard the commotion that the brothers were
There'll be
causing.
one rat strike on you as you leave for 2 damage.
I take a moment to catch my breath, and then I extend both palms toward Bobby, and he's engulfed in an intense gold light.
I feel the light pulse through me as I'm rejuvenated.
Then Sileth.
Jerry, watch the cart. 1,
I got it.
2, 4, 5. Bobby, Berlin, attack. Excuse me. Bobby, Rurik, attack now. I use my now ability.
Filled with righteous anger and fury, I lash out. A strike. That was my brother, you bastard! For 4 damage.
Got it.
I will sheath my sword, pull my bow out, draw an arrow, and train it on the maestro, looking through the rain, trying to pick him apart against the darkness. And I let it rip. Six points of damage.
Got it. That's the end of round 3. Round 4. Malice building. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 of you now, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for you guys. And then you're going first. First one to get to go is going to be, I'll take Berlin out, is Bobby.
Stepping behind this maestro as he stands over the corpse of my brother. No one hurts my kin and gets out alive. I make a wind back and make a large strike, doing 8 damage plus 5 damage against him.
And his might is less than 1, so he's bleeding and weakened.
A massive strike across his head. My own veins begin to bulge and burst with just the amount of force that I put into it.
Then the red eyes go. The 2 red eyes seeing this sight, they look toward their leader. They train their crossbows on Bobby, unload on him. First one does 5 damage, Bobby. Second one does 2 more for 7 total. And then they move toward the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Begin running away to the north. In fact, they all start to spread out and run. except for their leader. So Jory, you're next.
Rolling over so I can see the leader, and I see Bobby. And I reach towards Bobby, and I turn my hand counterclockwise, and time rewinds. Bobby, do your last blood for blood again.
Once again,
As he's doing that, I force my mind into the leader, and I strike him with an awe for 11 psychic, and if his intuition is less than 1, he's frightened.
Got him. Yeah, he's frightened.
and I do 12 damage.
Bobby, 12. You mean 8 damage? Oh, you
Well,
rolled a
plus
d6.
plus
or more.
the D6.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. Got it. Okay. That rat's on his last legs. Jory's done. The rat's going to take that action to go next to try and get out of here. But he's slowed. He's frightened. He's bleeding. He's actually not slowed. Bleeding, weakened. So he's going to try and move. He has a disengage of 1. So he's a move action to move to there. Another move action, trading his action to disengage to there. Move to there. That's 2 moves. All he's got left is a maneuver. When he gets there, he will do Rally Rodents with 7 malice. 4, 5, 6, 7. He plays his music, summoning rats to scurry atop one another to form a living wall between you and him. It is, I'll draw the map here. How many spaces? 10 stamina per square. Wall and vacant spaces. 10 by 10, okay. So that's a wall of living rats. It's going to be 10 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. That's what he does with that. That's it for him. And now, Rurik, your turn. So this wall in front of you of rats that are alive, block your line of sight of them.
I step toward Bobby as I look down at Berlin, regretting that I was not fast enough to save him. I look toward Bobby and I place my hand on his shoulder, again engulfing him in golden light.
Though my wounds are healed, my spirit is still broken.
I'm sorry.
The mischievers all run off to the gun. Silaf, your turn.
I rush towards the chaos here, training my bow at this strange wall of rats that suddenly obscured the maestro from me. 2, 3, 4. I take a quick knee and assess the downed companion.
Looks like the rapier cut right through his innards. He's not going to make it. And,
How did this happen? I say to no one in particular.
You can let him run or try and catch him. Your choice. Bobby, you can make the choice.
Breathing heavily. To hell with him. I'd turn around and walk back over to see my brother.
He disappears into the rainy day, gone. Eventually the rats disperse, and you all are left on the muddy road, one dead companion rat corpses all over the place, a wagon stuck in the mud. Myrna and Hector climb out. They're saddened at what they see, of course. Myrna crying a little bit. Fiok cursing, trying to move the wagon, trying to get it free. We'll stay in order here for you guys. Bobby.
Kneeling down in front of my brother, just running my hand along his head. I take his hat in my hands, place it on top of my head, kneel down. I scoop up his corpse, begin to carry it.
We mustn't waste any more time. More may be coming.
You guys can just go in the initiative order and cycle through as you guys do what you want to do.
I slip out of the cart now that Hector and his wife aren't in it. I see Bobby. I walk over. I'm like, oh shoot, man. I look over at Rurik. What do we do? Is there like a prayer or something we say? I don't know their customs.
Help me move the cart.
I don't know what god they serve, and Cull is not for these things anyway.
Tough break. Okay. Cart it is, I guess. Nice driving, Fiok.
As his body begins
He's
to...
straining and grunting, trying to get the thing loose.
Berlin's body begins to harden and grow heavier in my arms. Like all dwarves, when they pass, he's slowly turning back into stone. I walk over to a section of the wall at a time and begin to take pieces of Berlin and set him, affixing different parts of him on the wall. Little by little.
I'm going to increase you guys' hero tokens 1 for that. Silif, did you say you were helping? If you were, you can make a test. Try and move the wagon. It'd be a might. If you have something like lift skill or something like that, that'd help.
$17.
17. You are able to get it free. The wagon is free. Quickly enough that I'll give you another hero token.
Oh, you didn't need my help at all.
Thanks you. Dips his cap. Hector and Myrna get back up in the wagon. And they're ready to move when you are.
I jump up onto the wagon too, hoping that Silif doesn't see. I'm looking at Silif as I jump up onto the wagon.
I walk over to the mud where I was originally talking to Jorl and retrieve my dagger from it, clean it off, stick it in the scabbard.
I approach the side of the caravan as it's lurching forward, determined not to get caught off guard like that again.
I roam back to the back of the cart and reach into it, come out with a clay jug with 3 black X's scrawled on the front.
I pat the wagon, the space beside me on the wagon. Hey, Bobby, take a load off, man. You've been through a lot. My eyes dart to the jug.
I return the gaze. There's just one more thing I got to go do real quick. It won't take me too long, I promise. I begin to...
Bobby, you shouldn't go alone.
Oh, leave him alone. Man, who put this guy in charge? Did we put him in charge? I don't remember. Was there a vote? He's an elf. That's why, isn't it? Oh, brother.
I look to Silif.
As you get back... Oh, go ahead.
Well, you're free to join me. It's just a family custom.
I'd be honored.
I'm walking back towards, little by little, back towards the wall where I left parts of Berlin. I
Fiat gets the wagon going, but slowly waiting for you.
I take a deep swig of the finest moonshine in all of our village. I turn to Silif. Would you care for some?
I nod in affirmative.
Pass the jug over to him.
Take a deep swig.
Yep, I sort of pat him on the shoulder. Yep, it'll do that.
Is it poison?
Well, if you drink too much, it might be. I take the jug back. Dump the rest of it out on the ground and leave the jug by the wall. After a moment, I turn, start walking back towards the cart.
Give him a
When you guys return, Fiat
friendly
begins
tap
going.
on the shoulder, a tap of affection.
Now we're going to move into something where you guys will keep narrating what you're doing, but it's going to be a longer, broader time frame. It's going to take basically the duration of your journey through the rainy several days you have ahead of you, downtrodden as you are with the passing of your friend. Your horse even seems to maybe be a little downtrodden. Myrna says, if we can find any herbs on the way, that could help make even more medicine. You'll deal with cows crossing the road that you'll have to get out of your way. The wheel will break sometime. Trees falling in your way. Just like the most worst trip you've taken. This is a montage, so each of you will take a turn doing something during the test. You know, you might all help with fixing the wheel, but one of you will star in it. You might all help moving the fallen trees, but one of you will lead it, that type of thing. And when the test passes, you'll want to be successful at this stuff because time's of the essence to get the medicine to the village of Broadhurst. So with that, you can go in the same order you are and kind of narrate. You're looking at basically 3 days worth of travel that you're narrating. We'll go through all of you taking a turn, and that'll be the first day and a half. So we can start with Bobby.
This massive tree is fallen perfectly in the way of the cart. Dadgummit! I'm reaching around in and among my things. I grab onto Berlin's axe. My hand sort of trembles as I pull it out. I'll cut her in half. Y'all move the two pieces. It'll be easier that way. Walk over to it.
I try my best to stay dry. I spend a lot of time in the cart, and I get Myrna to describe exactly the kind of herbs that she's looking for. And then I, as a true gentleman, offer to Myrna to help her find the herbs to make more medicine, and leave all this lifting of trees and such to the guy that carries around a railroad tie.
Bobby makes short work of the chopping the trees in half and moving them out of the way. And so Myrna shares with you what she's looking for, Jory, and offers, once the wagon's going again, and she hops out and is walking along the side of the road, pointing out herbs, trying to find good ones. You can make a test for that.
It's going to be 14.
14. And we had a success from Bobby. Oops, not Mallets. A success on the montage from Bobby, and a success now from Jory on the montage.
Helping.
And Rurik.
As we're moving ahead, something crosses the road quickly and spooks the horse. It rears up, and I run up to it as quickly as I can to calm it down, offer it an apple, a carrot, and make sure it doesn't bolt.
I'll let you tell me what that was. I think it's 17, but I don't know if you have anything special.
Oh, it's 17.
17. That is a success. The horse is calmed, its spirits are raised, and everything is going smoothly. Silaf.
Looking around at the rather paltry defenses of our very much undefended caravan, and knowing we don't have any outriders, I decide to scout ahead a bit, hoping to maybe see if there are any other lurkers. We have no visibility here. I turn and I say, we have no visibility. I'm going to scout up ahead a bit. I don't want us to have another situation like we did. And if I happen to find some dry patch, I find some dry patch. I say under my breath. Six.
You don't find much in the way of danger, but also you guys have a hard time finding any good place to stay that night, the first night. So that'll be the first of your failures. And
Of course,
we've hit
the elf can't
an
find anything.
interlude in the montage. So the next day that comes along, you are traveling through an area where the road penetrates a forest, an arm of a bigger forest. And as you travel through that forest, kind of a mist rises up. The rain stopped a little bit, but now the very ground is making mists coming up from it. There's shapes flitting through the fog all around you, in front of you, behind you. You're starting to feel like you're surrounded, because suddenly you are. Several armed woad elves emerge from the trees, one riding an enormous stag.
Aren't these your cousins?
Here.
I don't know these elves.
He steps right into the middle of the road. He says to probably Silaf, "You trespass here, strangers. State your intentions plainly and clearly, and perhaps we will let you live."
We want nothing of your land. We are simply passing through. We have medicine for the sick.
So
hands are
what
up.
we're doing now is a negotiation, which, of course, the role-playing will inform. But the way it'll work is these guys have some sort of patience with you that may bleed away as you guys are having your conversations. And they also
pipe
have
up.
some...
Using my
They also have...
persuasive nature, I say to the woad elf, "Look, we're not your enemies. We even put an elf in charge."
And the first person that talked was Silaf. So kind of go over what you're doing a little bit here. These elves have some motivation. You're not sure what it might be, obviously. There's a short list of things that it could be: benevolence, discovery, freedom, greed, higher authority, justice, etc. They might also have some pitfalls where if you were to touch upon those, that would negatively influence their thoughts of you. He said, "You trespass here, strangers. State your intentions plainly, clearly. Perhaps we will let you live." You stated them clearly, plainly. You can make your either reason or intuition or presence, whichever is higher, test. And you're looking to get at least a 12 or higher to positively influence their interest in doing what you've asked, Silaf.
Okay.
So you can just make a test and add your highest one of those three things.
13.
Which is a 2, right? So that's a 13. And then you can look at your skills and see if any of them might help. Persuade would help.
Glamour.
So that'd give you a 15 total. And then you may or may not have special things that can help as well.
High elf glamour.
High elf glamour doesn't, edge on persuasion test when flirt or persuade, presence test when flirt or persuade. So you're making a presence test to persuade, so that gives you an edge, right? So that's 15 becomes a 17. So you did increase their interest from where it was at the start, rock bottom, not wanting to help you, to a 2, and you're trying to get that interest as high as you can. Right now, they're not going to let you pass, but they're edging. They might help you in some other way. They're at, no but. And then, Jory, you wanted to step forward and say, what did you say again, Jory?
I am pointing out that we are led by an elf and his wisdom, and we are carrying medicine for sick animals. Huh? I mean,
That would be
come on.
That would be good. So you can make yourself so you got 2 motivations for them. Freedom, basically, Sylph hit on protection for the wild animals. Jory wisely did not say which animals the medicine was for. They might not have cared about domestic animals, but you're on their motivation, Jory, so you can make a easy reason, intuition, or presence test.
This is reason. Telepathically, I say to the bot, I got this, boss.
Very good.
That's going to be 14 plus 2 is 16.
Very good. Okay, that's another success on their interest. So now their interest is up to 3. Being a 16, it does take a little bit of their patience. They won't talk to you forever. Their patience, though, is still pretty high at a 4. So not until the patience goes to 0 is the negotiations over, or they can be over at any time you decide. Right now, you're at yes, but they're going to help you, but there might be some consequences. In fact, I'll tell you what those are right now.
Telepathically to Sylph, you're not really the boss.
The leader of them notices something you picked up that maybe you didn't notice you picked up, Bobby. I failed to describe this previously, but the rat folk had various things on them. Maybe Fiok has this. Maybe Fiok picked it up. Yeah. He looks at Fiok and he sees some gloves that Fiok picked up. And you recall Fiok taking that from one of the rats. He says, if you give me those gloves, I'll let you pass. And now Bobby and or Rurik, you can chime in if you want to try and raise his interest more, or you can accept that offer.
I lean over and snatch the gloves out of his hand. What do you need these for? As I hold them out to the woad elf.
Oh, those are magical. Let's see what they would do.
I hold him back.
He looks at them. He says, can you bring them a little closer so I can make sure? Well, I think they're magical. Without looking closely, I wouldn't know for sure.
I hand them back.
To Fiok or to the elf?
I'm sorry, to whichever one said they need a closer look.
The elf, okay. Yeah, the leader of the elves strides over with this huge stag, reaches down, looks at the gloves. He says, yes, indeed, as I thought. These are gloves of the gecko, a magical pair of gloves. When you're wearing them, you can't be disarmed. You can't lose your grip with climbing unless you're force moved. You grant Bane to escape a grab from you. If you grab someone, it's harder for them to get away. I will take these for your passage.
Fayok?
No, I was going to give those to you guys. I just didn't get the chance. You were too busy burying your friend. He lowers his head.
Telepathically to Bobby. Just give them the gloves. They don't look like they're going to fit you anyway. They don't go with my outfit.
I
So
step
Bobby, it's your
forward
choice.
and I
Give them
say,
the gloves
please.
or try and persuade them not to.
In your head, Jory, you hear, I think we'll be fine without him. And
That's what I said.
extend the gloves. Say, you can keep him.
He nods.
You can take the
and-
human if you'd like to. That one. I point to Jory.
He's joking. He's joking.
The elf
He doesn't
backs
do
up,
much work.
I'm the thing.
and as fast as they arrive, they're all gone. And now you're alone on the road again, free to pass through the territory of the elves. So that was a negotiation.
Those are just pointy-eared bandits. Convince
let-
me otherwise.
I
They
let
just
out a-
did a shakedown.
I let out a big sigh of relief. They could have murdered us all for trespassing.
I give
Couple
a
things for you
glare.
guys. You gained 2 victories after the first encounter, and what that will do is start your heroic resource higher when the next encounter starts, and you gain 1 victory for this negotiation. So you're up to 3 victories now. And that was the interlude for the montage test. Now we're back to the montage test. You can each take another turn at it. The items that you've done before, find shelter, is still available. The horse is in good spirits now, so you can't do that anymore. You already found herbs. You got the cow crossing, fixing the wheel, and raising spirits in general. So, Bobby.
I reach into my things, come out with the jug of moonshine, look over to Fayok. Hey man, you got any cups or other receptacles?
Yeah, Fiak rustles around behind him in the wagon and pulls out some cups. Here you go. His hand's a little shaky as he hands it to you, Bobby.
I take the cups and begin to fill each of them with a little bit of the moonshine. Start passing them around to my friends in arms.
I nervously accept.
I
All right.
take a cup and then I pretend to drink as I pour it on the ground.
Bobby, you can make a test. Presence, we get that to a 10. And then do you have any skill that would apply?
I begin to tell stories about Berlin's heroics and the many adventures that we went on, really bragging about just how cool of a brother he was, bringing that up to a 12.
That'll gain you a success, the last success you need for the test. So that puts you guys through the rest of your travels. You're almost on the edge of Broadhurst. You gain another victory, so you're now at 3 victories. I'm sorry, 4 victories, because you had 2 for the first encounter. So 4 victories. With your total success on the montage test, you gain also effectively a couple more crates of medicine. You have the supplies, and when you get to the town, Myrna can make those into medicine, no problem. So now, your last bit of the adventure. The rain begins to pick up again, muddying the road ahead. Up ahead, the road passes through a small wooded ridgeline. Fiak says, "That's Buck's Ridge there, last landmark before we hit the farmlands around Broadhurst. We're almost there, fellas. You can all take up your spots around the wagon, where you'd like to be. And take one round around you guys and just describe what you're doing and maybe thinking." Good, Bobby.
The entire time we've been on this last stretch of time, I've been glaring at Rurik, just giving him the stink eye, sort of ignoring him the entire time. I gave him less, excuse me, less of the moonshine in his cup, and I sort of come to the front of to the right of the horse, sort of patting her and, all right, girl, you're all right.
All right, Jory.
I walk behind the wagon every so often, looking around. I just kind of moseying around. I keep on keeping an eye on Silif to see if he'll notice if I jump into the wagon. And I start wandering a little closer to Rurik. I start asking him questions. So everyone as tall as you? Like, is that a thing? You're all this tall?
No,
Where do you get your clothes?
they were given to me.
You got free clothes?
Yes.
I just keep pestering Rurik with mundane questions.
I
Rurik.
keep giving short, curt answers.
Silif.
I'm digging some mud out from under the horse's hooves, giving her a couple of quick pats myself. I look towards Bobby and I say, Berlin was a dwarf who really knew his stone. He'd be proud of you for pressing on.
Well, knowing
Even
him, he
though-
had a couple stones on him himself, but look where that got him.
Even though it's been a couple days, you don't get everything recovered. You need to have basically be in safety and have multiple days to recover fully. But outside of combat, you can catch your breath, spend recoveries to regain stamina, so you can do as much of that as you want. And then if a combat should erupt now, you're at 4 victories, so you'll start with heroic resources at 4. Jory, you're looking around a little bit. Make a intuition test for me. If you have alertness, you could add that.
12. Oh, 11, excuse me. Not 12. 11.
11, okay. Okay. You are having your various conversations, walking along. Suddenly, a wall of fire flares up ahead of the wagon. There was what you thought puddles of water or puddles of oil. So that red is a wall of fire ahead of the wagon. And then descending down upon your position are goblins racing out of the tree line. Goblins are to your south and to your north. And they've surprised you. So you have the ones that are closest to you are carrying spears. Goblins have extra long arms, prehensile toes. These ones carrying spears.
Look alive now!
Behind them are goblins with bows. And they're hiding amongst the tree branches and such, north and south of you. Mixed in among them are goblins that have staves with swamp gas coming out of the end of the staff. There's those to your north and your south as well. And this will be round 1. You guys have 7 hero tokens. Malice at round 1 starts at 9. They're going first. You're surprised. What surprise does for you is it gives them an edge to attack you. It also means you can't use any of your triggered powers until the first round is over. So, but you do get to act mixed in among them. So to the warriors to the north, descend down One closes on Bobby. One closes on Jory. First one on Bobby. He comes there. He's going to spend 2 malice and try to bury the point of his spear into you, Bobby. 5 damage. No other effect on you. Then the one by Jory does the same. Jory, you take 6 damage. And because your might is so low, you're bleeding. Save ends. The bleeding condition means if you do anything like an action or a move or agility test, you'll lose stamina. And it can't be prevented. So that's that for those 2. Now it's your guys' turn. Looks like Silef's got a 1. Silef, go ahead.
I raise my hands as the flame erupts from the ground in front of us, and then I realize I hear the clanging of metal. We're under attack. I tear my sword out of my scabbard yet again, and I step here and attack this one immediately, swinging wildly at his face.
The flames to your west lick up against you. It's hot, but no damage from there.
Okay. I yell at him. I say, over here, over here. 21.
Oh, wow. That's a critical. Yeah.
So that'd be 13.
13. That nearly topples him with 1 blow. But he's still standing. Made of stronger stuff than the rat folk were. With a critical in this game, you get to take another action. So you can do another action right away.
I will finish him off. Seeing him reeling, I step forward and drill my sword directly at his chest. Uh, 14.
That finishes him. Drops dead. All right. After you, 1 warrior, and that stinker will go. This warrior closes down on Rurik, tries to bury the point into your priest. 5 damage, Rurik. You are too mighty for that to have any other effect on you. 2 malice for that. Stinker is going to cast Swamp Gas. It's cube 3 and 10. Doesn't do anything specifically immediately, but if you move through it, you know you're going to take damage. And so I'm going to put it right here. Then that was a maneuver. As his action, he's going to use a thing called Toxic Winds. With that, he does 3 poison damage, Silef. And he'll slide you 3 into the flames.
Oof.
You take 5 fire damage in the flames. You take 2 poison from moving through the swamp gas.
7 total. Got it.
And that is it for his turn. And Bobby.
Seeing Silef cast into the flames, I'm hit with a moment of inspiration.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hit with a moment of inspiration, I look at the goblin, say, "Monkey see, monkey do," as I vault off of this wall in front of me, and with a massive, brutal slam of my railroad tie, I knocked that buck into them flames.
Wow. You knock his corpse into the flames. And that's a critical, so you get to take another action, Bobby. Plus your maneuver and your move. You don't have to take it immediately, just sometime else on this turn.
I take a rushing blow, running all the way down to this one in front of Jory. Make a devastating rush, doing 11 damage to this one in front of Jory. The momentum.
I mean, 8 damage?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Got it. All right. All right. Now, stinkers are going to go.
And I'm sorry. I also
the ones in the north.
I do 8 attack for my maneuver or my
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next person to attack that goblin is going to have edge on his attack. Then swamp gas erupts around you two. Right here. And another one right here. And then toxic winds swirl around. That's 1 poison to Bobby, 1 poison to Jory. Bobby, you cannot be slid. Jory, you can. You slid 1 south, so you take 2 more poison damage for that. And then the other one will go and use his poison winds, toxic winds. And that is 2 poison to Bobby. Still can't slide you. Just 2 solid there. That's it for them. Then Jory. This misty poison swamp gas you're in, Jory, you can see through it. It's a little hazy, but you can see through it.
I first am bleeding. I'm still bleeding. I don't know how much damage that is. Sorry.
It doesn't do any damage unless you do something. If you use an action or a trigger,
Okay.
or do a minor agility test, you'll lose.
I move out of the
stamina.
stinking cloud next to Rurik and grab this. Oops, how do I do? Grab this goblin with kinetic grip.
Okay.
Which will be, plus I have edge, so 12. And I'm bigger than him, so 7, slide 7. And I slide him all the way through my square and directly into the goblin in front of Rurik.
Okay.
So I pull him right through and slide him right into the...
He can't stay in your square, yeah. He'll knock that one back and that one will go there. There you go. And I just double checked, and the extra distance is when you do a melee attack against something smaller than you. And the kinetic grip is just range, not melee.
So 6 then.
It'll be 6 though. You only moved him 2, so he does 4 damage to both of them from that.
Yes.
All right.
And I use my
Now,
maneuver
the last of the
to
stickers.
catch my breath.
Okay. And yeah, since you did that action, you're bleeding. You roll a d6 plus 1 is the damage you took from doing that maneuver or that action.
I take 4 damage.
And then you catch your breath and get punched back. Yeah. Okay. And I know you already rolled your save, but next round, the save comes at the end of the round, not at the start.
Oh, gotcha.
No problem, though. Okay, now the snipers unload. Firing from the north and the south. The north can see, or the south can see all 4 of you. So all 4 of you can take this one attack with edge from the bows. Edge doesn't help. They haven't moved this turn, so it makes it a double edge. So it's going to be 4 damage to everyone. Syleth, 4 damage. Rurik, 4 damage. Jory, 4 damage. Bobby, 4 damage. Then the ones to the north are going to fire. They can only see 2 of you. So Bobby and Syleth, you 2 will each take 4 damage. 4 damage from the ones to the north, and then you'll take an additional free strike, 1 each, for 2 more damage. So 6 damage Bobby, 6 damage Silep from the north. So that was all 8 of the snipers firing. 1 stinker left. The one at the bottom is south there. He's going to try and get Rurik. No, he's going to do another swamp gas. Just filling everything with... Oh. Not there. One over. There. Fills that with swamp gases. Then you'll try to do toxic winds in the same area. That is 2 poison damage to Rurik, 2 poison damage to Jory. You'll slide a Rurik 1, 2, so 2 more poison damage Rurik. Oh, you have stability of 1, so he only gets that far. And then you'll slide Jory there and there, 2 poison damage Jory. No, 4 poison damage Jory. They're all done, Rurik.
I reach out to Jory and I place my hands on his back, and both of us glow with golden light and the bleeding stops.
Fiok looks at you, Rurik, and says, should I go? Should I go through the... I think I can make it through the fire. What do you say, Rurik?
Do not go. Stay where you are.
He reins the horse in and stops right where he's at and ducks down. That's the end of round 1. Going up to round 2 now. And Malice building 1, 2, and there's 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. They were first. So 2 warriors are going to go. 2 warriors that are by Rurik and by Jory. Jory, I don't know if you got the healing from Rurik. And Rurik, I don't know if you got your own healing or not.
No, I didn't. What was that?
Your bars look pretty low.
Yeah. How much is the healing?
Rurik, you did healing grace, right? So it should be your recovery value,
You
Jory.
get to spend the recovery,
Oh, excuse me.
and your bleeding is
So that'll be, yeah.
Thanks.
All right. So the goblin southeast of Rurik is going to go and try and bury the point into the priest. 2 malice for that. And that is only 5 damage, Rurik. And you're mighty enough it doesn't do any other effect. Then the one south of Jory will try and bury the point into Jory. That is 6 damage, Jory. And you are not mighty enough. You're bleeding Sabins. You can't be double bleeding.
3 of it back.
Okay. 3 back to that guy that hit you just now.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
They're
I'll
done. Silent, go ahead.
Okay.
Bursting from the flames and the gas choking my lungs, coughing, trying to gain my bearings. I move, trying to use the wall as cover. I catch my breath for a minute, steel myself. I take my bow, looking through eyes watering with poison stink, and train it on this thing that I'm trying to make out the shape, and I fire at it. Strike now. Am I doing
That's
anything?
you have someone else go.
Oh, sorry. Concussive strike. That's what I meant to say. 10. 7 damage, and if his might is not, it's possible daze, I guess.
He is not mighty, so he's going to be dazed. 7 damage. Is the one to the south, right, Silef?
Right here. Yep, you got it.
Got it. Okay, 7 damage. That does daze him. Save ends on the daze. Okay, their turn. You see movement down the road. 2 goblins jump out of the tree line. They begin racing toward the back of the wagon. The first one uses shadow chains. 2, 3. From up out of the ground, shadowy magical chains come and latch onto your ankles and try to latch onto your arms. Bobby, Rurik, and Jory all affected by this. Ooh, that is 2 corruption damage to each of you. If your agility is less than 0, if you have a negative agility, you are restrained. So it looks like Rurik, you're restrained. Save ends on that. And that was a move and a maneuver. I'm going to trade his action for another move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as he gets, but he's got 1 crate in his hands. And then the other one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Goes to their crate in his hands. Wagon down to 5 crates. That's their turn. Bobby, you're in the choking, stinking swamp gas. No damage unless you move deeper into it.
Moving deeper into it.
Moving deeper into it. Nice. The damage is... The swamp gas does 2 poison per square you move.
6. Choking in this this terrible gaseous fog, the railroad tie in my hand, I once again go into a spinning frenzy, shouting, "Back! Back, all of you! Drop it now!" Doing 8 damage to each of them, and then knocking them back, each one, if possible.
Knocking this one into the wagon, so he's going to take 1 damage from that. Knocking that one back 1. Got it.
And then I will catch
Stinkers.
my breath.
The stinker over here tries to defend himself. That swamp gas disperses to his north, but then he redoes it to his west. And then he tries to use toxic winds on Silif after that. Silif, you take 2 poison damage. It could slide you 2. You have stability of 1, so it only slides you 1 to the northwest there. Take 2 more poison damage from that slide. Then the other stinker going is that guy. He renews that swamp gas on the area that Bobby's in, and he's going to try and toxic winds on the dwarf. Bobby, you take 1 point of poison damage, and he cannot slide you. You're too strong. Jory, your turn.
I yell out to everyone, "We gotta retreat. We're way outnumbered." I turn over. I turn my head to see Rurik, and I yelled to Fiuk, "Get the wagon moving. We gotta go. We gotta go."
You hear a crack of the reins as he does. Neigh of the horse as it starts to prod at the ground.
Hit a kinetic pulse. Burst 3.
5 psychic damage, burst 3. Killing the one to your east. 5 damage to the one to your south. Knocking him back 1. 1, 2, 3. You get this one over here. Finishing him. 1, 2, 3. Finishing this one. That is it. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. One more over here. to your northeast. That one takes 5 psychic. And push him 1 to there.
I then move out of the stinking cloud and then up next to the driver. Come on, Fiuk. Let's go.
Bobby, you see 2 more goblins jump out of the tree line and start racing toward the back of the wagon. There. And the first one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Or actually, to there. And then with you flanked, he will try and sword stab you with an edge. 16, 17, that's a hit for 7 damage. 8, 9, because he's on edge. 9 damage from that assassin, Bobby. And then he'll finish his move to there. And he will aid an attack against you as these goblins gang up on the dwarf. You see him climbing all over the dwarf. It's not looking good for him. The other goblin assassin rushes forward, takes his sword stab with a double edge onto Bobby. That is 9 more damage to you, Bobby, from that one. They are done. Both assassins gone. And then Rurik.
I cast my arms out, and gold light flows from me to Bobby, engulfing him. Twice as intense. And I stay put.
By twice as intense, that means Bobby gets to spend 2 recoveries?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. After Rurik, staying put. We'll have the snipers go, and one of the stinkers go. Snipers, how many left? We got 2 to the south. This will be 1 shot on Bobby, 1 shot on Rurik. With bows. And Bobby, they already used their free extra edge, so that's gone. 4 damage Rurik, 4 damage Bobby. And the ones to the north, we got Jory, we got Silif, we got Bobby, and then 1 more on Bobby. So the 3 of you each take 2 damage. Bobby, you take an additional 2 for a total of 4 damage. That's all of them. Then the stinker. That stinker's got going this to the south. He's going to keep that going. He's going to try and do toxic winds to get Bobby moving. 2 poison, still not enough to move you though, Bobby. 2 poison damage. And then Fiak cracks the whip on the horse, and it's got 5 barrels, so it's got speed right now. It's heavily laden of 4, I think. Wagon speed is 4 if heavy. Boom. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. The horse bravely trods through the fire. Doesn't look too much worse for wear. Haven't gone through it. The wagon, it's taken a little bit of damage from the fire. The wagon looks like it could take about 30 damage, and it's taken 5 so far. So it's at 25 out of 30. The horse can take about the same amount of damage. He's probably at 25 out of 30 as well. And that is Fiak's turn. And the last stinker. The one to the south there. He's going to move his poison gas to here. And then he's going to try and toxic winds on Rurik. Ooh, 3 poison damage to Rurik. And he slides you 3. You got ability of 1, so he can slide you 2. He can slide you 1, 2 to there. And that's it for his turn. That's it for round 2. Round 3. Malice is building. 1, 2, 3. And 4 of you left. 1, 2, 3, 4. They go first. Have that warrior go. And one of those assassins goes. That one will go. The warrior's going to try and finish off your priest. He's going to do bury the point with a spear under Rurik. 6 damage as his spear drives into Rurik's gut. I think finishing Rurik. Two malice for that. Is that correct, Rurik? That finished you?
Yes.
And then the other assassin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, running away with the crate of medicine. Those two are done. Next go. Looks like Bobby.
Pure rage in my eyes, being accosted from all sides. Like a steam piston building back up ahead of steam, I began to spin around in a massive strike to the 3 surrounding me. Doing 15 damage to each of them, knocking them back.
All 3 taken out.
One
of them had a crate. I don't know which is the one to your north.
Snatch up the dropped crate and exit the fog, making it this far, seeing the fallen corpse of Rurik. I spit on it. As for not saving my brother, you bastard.
All right. The stinkers. The one there and the one there will go next. So this one that's dazed. The dazed condition, dazed. Only one action, maneuver, or move on his turn. Well, swamp gas. Green hits till start your next turn. He's going to renew the swamp gas as his only thing he can do. That's it for him. The one to the north, he will move this swamp gas south to get Bobby in it, but keep it by the wagon. Actually, I'm sorry, that's not him. It's this one here. So then he'll do toxic winds on Bobby. Doing 1 poison damage, Bobby, and not able to slide you. That's it for them. Silaf, your turn.
Cursing this blasted stink. 1, 2, 3, 4. I train.
We're
my bow.
leaving, Silaf. We're leaving.
Move, go, go. 2 shot here, and this one here.
Okay.
And this one, I guess. Sorry. I'm struggling to ping.
Okay. That's okay.
6.
What's the effect?
6 to each.
6 damage, drops both. Both down. Okay. Holy cow. All the assassins, they went down fast. Snipers will go. They no longer have a leader. And that stinker to the south will go. So snipers, 4 to the north. Going with Jory, Bobby, 2 on each of you. So bows on Jory and Bobby. That is 5 damage Jory, 5 damage Bobby. And then 2 more damage Jory, 2 more damage Bobby. From the second one. So those two. Then the ones to the south, did I do those? This is one on Silef and one on Bobby. 4 damage Silef, 4 damage Bobby. They are all done. The stinker to the south. He will do Toxic Winds on Bobby. 2 poison Bobby, still can't slide you. And then Jory. Oh, Jory, did you go to negative 11? That would kill Jory.
Yeah.
Jory goes down. Slumps dead in the saddle. Jory's out.
Arrow through my chest.
And Fiak, Fiak will keep the wagon moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Free of the fire. Moving toward the exit, staying clear of the poison gas, skirting along the north side of the road there. And the last stinker is going to go. This guy, far north, is going to try and take Bobby out. He's going to move his poison gas to here. Block all of you from getting to them. And Toxic Winds on Bobby. 3 poison Bobby. Slide 3, still can't slide you. That's in round 3, round 4. Four malice for the rounds, 3 malice for 3 of you left. And that assassin's gone. So it's 1-to-1 number of you guys versus number of them. So they will unload arrows from their snipers first. And the snipers will have a new boss, the stinker to the north of them up there. Okay, so this is going to be
Bobby, move.
3 arrows on Bobby, 3 arrows on Silef, bows on both of you. They get an edge for that. So that's 5 damage Silef, 5 damage Bobby, and then 4 more to each of you. So 9 total damage to each of you. Snipers are done. Bobby, your turn.
Assaulted by a volley, I trudge through the smoke, kicking the corpse of Rorik as I pass. Running to the back of the throwing the crate in, and finally looking around for the others. Where's everybody else?
I don't know. I thought they were with you.
I think Rorik ran off. I don't know where he went.
What?
He fled. I don't know.
Then the goblins, seeing you fleeing, the stinkers are going to go for trying to pull you back. The one to the north, Silef and Bobby. He's going to go ahead and move. Well, you keep that where it's at. I'm going to move it to here. So there. Then he's going to use his winds. Toxic Winds. Gets a 10. That's 1 poison Silef, 1 poison Bobby. The winds try to whip up and push you back into the flames, but you're both too stable to be pushed with a push 1. Or slid with a slide 1. Back to your turn, Silef.
Come on, Bobby. I'm grabbing him and yanking him along, realizing he will not be yanked by me. I climb up onto the back desperately. I turn, balancing, catch my breath for a moment, and then fire an arrow, 2 arrows up into the tree line where these guys are harassing us. 11 for here.
Catching a couple of snipers dead. Your 2-shot. And then with that,
I
the
reach for
wagon
Bobby.
leaves the map. You grab Bobby by the scruff of the neck. The goblins fade back into the forest. The swamp gases disperse. And you only lost 1 wagon, but you lost 2 of your friends. One medicine, but 2 of your friends.
I scramble to the front of the car and I turn Jory's body towards me and look at him. What happened?
Arrow right through the neck.
I grab his face and look at him.
Clambering up behind you. Where? What? Seeing the corpse of Jory. Wait a minute. You mean? Are we the only ones left?
I look in the back of the... I move the canvas and look in the back of the wagon. Fayok, Myrna, Hector, are you injured?
No, we're okay.
This area is
And,
not scouted.
with
This
that-
is not a well-scouted area. This is a disaster.
I know. We owe you our lives. The village of Broadhurst owes you their lives. We never would have made it through here without you. As you ride somberly on, you arrive in the village of Broadhurst. Fiak brings the wagon to a stop near his family farm. People begin to unload the crates of medicine. Myrna looks over the dead, Jory, mourns the dead, Rorik, and she says, "We owe you our lives. I can never repay you, but I can at least teach you how to make some medicine, and she can teach you the recipe for making healing potions." She also gives each of you a healing potion, Bobby and Silef. And Bobby and Silef, you are both gain the local hero title in the village of Broadhurst for having brought the party through, or brought them through all this danger and into the village. Local hero lets you gain a renown, gain edge on tests when dealing with the people of the village, or gain hero tokens each day.
I sit somberly in the
And
cart.
that's the end. Any last words, Bobby?
I take the healing potion, turn to the side, and throw it into the woods. Walk off.
I hurry after him and I say, "Any more of that moonshine?"
The little dregs left in the bottom of the bottom of the bottle, I pass it to him. I think I'm giving up drinking. Nothing good.
I think
comes
I'm
of
going
it.
to start.
I never
that's
meant for
the
you to
end.
get.
Awesome game, guys. Thanks for playing.
We got smoked.
We got wrecked. Holy
We got
crap.
our asses handed to us. I'm a terrible
Oh,
tactician.
My gosh. Okay, here we go.
Bring the lads back.
Bring the rest of the back.
Nice playing with you, Mike.
So I got ejected 30 minutes in. Like I pulled the cord and
Oh my god!
It's like,
Gone.
it's okay. He'll heal. He's got lots of hit points.
Yeah.
Not enough
So-
catching your breath. Catch your breath, boys.
So that was a thing. I was ready to. I first turn. I'm used to 5e when it comes. Like the last time I played it, the last time I played a VTT and was 5e, and I was okay. Yeah, I could do. I could take a couple more damage next turn. I'll totally catch my breath, and then all of a sudden I went negative. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
No, I can't catch my breath anymore.
I want to know
Yeah.
how Bobby and Silef's adventures continue.
Oh,
I know,
man.
right?
Good job,
was awesome.
Jariah, Dean. Holy
You guys,
I don't know how I made it through that. I have no clue. Riding by the seat of my pants, which are
You did it.
That was a
It might have been that last heel that I threw your way. That
Yeah,
might have
yeah.
done something
I think so.
that you spit on me for.
Yeah. Well, you let my brother die. So.
The worst part is he said, when I said what happened to Rourke, he goes, I think he ran off.
I know.
So now I think
Which
he's
is
a
great.
coward.
That was so great. Like that character development was absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh my
Absolutely
god, that was
awesome.
funny.
Yeah.
Well, big thanks to you, Tom, for doing this for us.
You're welcome.
Lots of juggling on your part with all of the
There's
stuff.
a lot to that game.
Oh my gosh.
It's a complex game, isn't it?
Yes.
Very
Holy
complex.
cow! Yeah.
Can I just?
Yeah, it is.
I just gotta mention something. Before the game, we were all like, thinking about how long the game would take. I know we had 4 hours kind of carved out just for the session, and we're like, we may need to take a break if it comes to that. And well, if we're staying in character, our turns are gonna go by pretty quickly. So we're not gonna take the whole 4 hours, and we didn't. Everyone basically died, but
Nobody anticipated
I
that.
didn't make it.
Mike took a break at the 30-minute mark.
I thought for sure there was going to be a way we could heal him, like get him back up. Like, oh, he's back. Nope, he's gone.
We could do some 5e hand waving. He's alive. He's
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
I'm glad
Wow.
Tom didn't. Tom's like, you're dead.
No, so Tom, I gotta say, dude, like I'm impressed with that. Like, I can't tell you how many GMs in the past I played with that are afraid to kill players.
Yeah.
It's like you were like going at me. I'm like, this is real.
Not just players, strangers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We've been so concerned with being respectful in your house for this, and you're like, I'm gonna just kill you all.
I love it. That's great.
It's pretty awesome, actually.
We
Fantastic.
were talking in the group chat, like, this could just turn into Reservoir Dogs, and it kind of did.
Yes.
Nobody had to kill anyone else. We let Tom do it all for us.
Yes.
You're not gonna die. Say the freaking words.
Oh man.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I did too. Thank you, kindly.
I did
was fun.
0 marking. Maybe we'd still be alive if I did.
Yeah, like, what happened to the marking?
much.
There's
I
so
don't-
much-
wasn't
this
sure
game
how I
that
wanted
you
to
will
do it.
learn later.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that I didn't want to do it. It's just I didn't know. I was like, how am I going to RP that right here? Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
couldn't. It didn't feel. I was trying to.
Yeah,
I was
I hear
struggling
what you're
with
saying,
making
Dean.
it
I
organic.
think that some of us, me especially, because we were trying to be so in character all the time, we weren't as concerned about optimizing turns. And
That's
I
for
think
sure.
that
Yeah.
absolutely just wrecked us in combat.
It did.
Yeah.
Colville's like, you want to role play? How about this?
Because it's tactical, and I'll absolutely give the game that because we all died for not optimizing our turns.
We
Absolutely.
absolutely
Oh yeah.
did. Yeah, we did
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Boom. We just took it.
Well, I will say I timed one of our combat rounds. It took us 13 minutes to get all the way through our second round. So, folks out there, I challenge you: beat 13 minutes.
Yeah, there's the.
Attaboy, you're right.
I don't know, Tom. I mean, you've done this a few times. How do we do in terms of?
You guys were very fast. You were
Okay.
faster because you didn't take every action you could take.
That's
So that-
exactly right,
Alright.
and that's why we died.
Parry.
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah, that's
parry.
exactly why we did.
Yeah.
The other, and you just gain experience with that stuff, right? I mean, I could have been coaching, but I didn't want to coach. I just want to let
No,
you
I'm
guys
glad you
experience
did.
it.
Yeah.
Let you experience it. Hero
I
tokens,
found that.
which you had 7 of. You could use those for things. Like when you take a killing blow, you could have used 2 hero tokens to not take that killing blow, for example.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Yeah. So if you played it again,
I like-
and you
I'm
did
doing
5 or
my
6 more
best to-
times, you get a lot of
Go
stuff
ahead,
figured out. But I kind of like games where everyone's dying. It's more fun anyway.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are role
Way
playing.
more
Better
fun.
story.
I love it
I
when,
think it's
I
a
love it
better
when players
story.
will just role play the death and not whine about it.
Yeah.
It's great. I think it's really wonderful that we're going to let some merchants be able to keep exploiting their cows for money while we all lie in the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Zonalar says in the chat, players will get mad if you don't optimize your turns. Yeah, yeah.
I've been in that.
I played
Yeah,
so
it
many
sucks.
games, and there's great players. About maybe 1 out of 6 players that just play like you guys play.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
5 out of 6, it's groupthink, and they're going to tell you everything you've missed every turn, and that gets so old so fast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Bacon, you were going to say something, I think.
I was going to say that I when I play with you guys, I always try to edit out all of that out of character stuff. So like hero coins, they were sacked. Like all that's they just I black holed it because I just wasn't trying to break character like that. Now clearly, this is a game where they expect you to optimize, right? I mean, you have to get any headway. So shame on me, I guess, for treating this the way that I shouldn't have treated it.
We all were in
Golden
that
Throne,
same
we're already
boat.
done. We had just killed them all.
Could have called to your god.
Yeah.
Grant me a hero token.
Yeah, right.
I beg of you.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
man. I gotta say, I don't blame Matt. You know, I'll be honest. There were a couple times where I'm like, I
Get off
kind of
your
want to
phone.
get on my phone right now. You know,
I'm watching you. I keep thinking you have a phone in front of you.
that is nothing to say. That is nothing to say anything negative about Tom. Tom, thank you so much for having us. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're
thank you,
welcome.
man. Huge
Welcome.
thanks to Tom.
Yeah,
absolutely.
putting all of this together.
Thank you, Tom.
Running us through
Truly.
all of the stuff with all the hotkeys, everything about Roll20, just like the time and the dedication that you put into this is
Huge.
unmatched. It is unmatched, and anybody who gets to play with this guy is a lucky player.
Yeah, they
Wow.
absolutely are. And we'd love to return the favor for you, Tom.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
we
Sometime.
would love to have you join one of our games. I already, a bit of a spoiler, there will be no VTT, but we absolutely would love to have you join us in one of our games for sure, and return the favor. So very, very kind of you.
Speaking of
Absolutely.
Crispy, when are you going to GM Draw Steel?
Yeah, this is not in my wheelhouse. I felt like I'm the weakest link here, and so I'm like, I'm going to play the weakest link because that's the only thing I can do.
Easy
but
D6.
Some cool things. You know what I found personally missing, and this is not Tom's issue, is that this was a game that was built to be more cinematic, but I felt like the emphasis was really more on the tactics, and
For
that's
sure.
not. I
Yes.
don't think that's because it was run wrong. I think this was run according to what it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
The cinematic, though, I was kind of missing it.
In
So,
fairness,
I was
in
looking
fairness,
at their definition of cinematic, and it's really what you guys do all the time and what good players do all the time. Cinematic is you can feel, you can picture what's happening, and good players can describe what's happening. So they say cinematic keyword is about how we like abilities and features to be strongly evocative. You can imagine your character doing or saying these things. That should be all role-playing games.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
That is role-playing.
Yeah.
That is describing what it looks like your character's doing. That's what cinematic is. So that's their definition of cinematic. Their definition of tactical is where I diverge from what they want to do. And this is the way they like to play it. Some players are this way.
Mhm.
I like tactics, but more like individual and group, just having small, quick discussions,
Mhm.
not the teamwork. That's why the order of combat works.
Yeah.
You should plan out your
Mhm.
turns.
yeah,
That I
Oh
don't
yeah.
like.
See, like this is antithetical to what we do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
you use concussive slam on that trooper, then I'll
Yeah.
push him back, or
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
push him back, and then on my turn, I'll
Mm.
use squad exclamation forward exclamation to
Yeah.
get use of, so like that kind of thing. Because we're trying to respect the time of your world, Tom. So it's
Sure.
no, we don't have time to do that kind of thing. If you shout it out, I was really yanking Dean's chain most of this game, so apologies
It
for
was
that. But
great.
it was
That's
the
fantastic.
tactician should shout out things, sure,
Mm.
but in the time that it takes for this to happen, not all right, let's sit down, have a bit of a, we'll strike a committee on the range side of things, we'll
Right.
strike a committee on the melee
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
it
I
just
think the
slows
game
down.
achieves what it aims at with the tactics. I think that
Mhm.
that is
Yeah.
that rings
Yeah,
real
I
true.
haven't-
yep.
Don't
I
know
haven't
about
played that
cinematic
way.
though.
I haven't played that way for a long time. I
Mhm.
squashed that when
Good. Yeah.
group gets into groupthink. I'm like, no, stop. Let him play his character.
Yep.
Hey, you
Yes.
playing your character. What
Yeah.
are you doing? Everyone
Yeah.
else be quiet.
I
And
appreciate
let's
that.
move on. You know,
It's
and
interesting.
you can play this game that way. We just
Mhm.
illustrated you can play it without having groupthink and tactics.
You can
Yeah.
just
Yep.
Any
Just
game
takes
you can.
more
Online.
time.
Maybe
Yeah.
dial down the enemies a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe for
Well,
starters, don't
So,
have somebody-
so one of the big things that like Colville's known for is his reinvention, reintegration of minions. The guys who die in one hit.
Yeah.
And for this being the free adventure for level 1 characters, it's like I don't think there were any minions in there.
There's
Golly.
actually lots. Yeah, a lot of
Really?
those things are minions, but they
Wow.
don't have just one hit point. They have like 3 or 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
So every time you
Okay.
were making an attack where you're dropping more than one, it's usually because they were minions.
Sure.
So I would have you drop one and then another one would run, or you would drop 2 if they were close together.
Sure.
That's because they were minions. So
Makes
you didn't have a lot of minions in this one.
Sure,
It's
sure,
just
sure.
that they didn't have a sign over their head that said minion.
Right. Yeah. The different colored health bar.
Which they say you're supposed to do in the game. I should have shared with you how minions work, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. Honestly,
Yeah.
like to me, it would be just another thing of okay, now I know which are minions. Now I know.
Yeah.
I'd rather not know that. I like the fog of war kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got
And
to
in my-
make, I never
I
get
did
to
a
make
how-to
Jory
video for this
clean
adventure.
horse hooves because we got attacked.
I did a how-to video for this adventure, and I kind of set up the encounter here, and I had them all color-coded and everything. And I watched your video about the color-coded face paint. I'm like, shit, I can't do something different. So I kind of came up with a way to. I had little colored dots on them all. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
no, I'm not here into that. So I came up with a way to track the groups such that I could have the groups. I knew who they were, and I didn't have them all color-coded, so it looked more realistic.
There you go, boys. You can blame me again.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you have a tactical game, and then you have people deeply interested in role playing, which is can be antithetical to tactical games. Like you're if you strip away the role playing, you could play this game probably enjoyable as just a tactical move minis around kill each other game. So
It's
like
a war game.
we're trying to bridge the gap between that on top of being like, okay, I have 9 powers. So you, in the moment, you're like, all right, how, am I going to be able to communicate this in a way that's role playing like? And when I couldn't think of a way, I just decided to not go optimal and to just go, I'm going to do the visceral thing, which is to charge, to hack, to step in and fight. And
That's what I did.
yeah,
How do you have 9 abilities that you're supposed to figure out how you're supposed to communicate them in a role-playing sort of way. Like eventually,
Right.
after like 3 or 4, your brain's just going to block stuff
Well,
out. It's gonna
I
shut
think
it
right.
I think
that's
Bacon's
where
right.
I was. Yeah.
And then the other thing too, Bacon, is that you have 9 abilities. I have 9 abilities. There's 9 abilities for each player. They're all different. So
Plus your basic abilities.
plus
Yeah.
the basic ability.
Plus, I got to remember when you guys do things because I get focus.
Exactly.
And then if you're describing them in a way that I don't know what you're doing, I don't know if that qualifies for my focus. Because
So,
if you
yeah.
just say, "Oh, this is the power I'm going to do," I go, "Okay, I get a focus for that." So
yes.
clearly, I think the combat goes a lot different if we're just going, "All right, guys, let's talk about this all out of character."
Yes.
But
Yes.
This
it
is
would.
a good comment from Zake. So infuriating that these games are actively promoting above-table tactics discussions. Daggerheart does this too. Yeah, they
Yeah.
both do.
They do.
And you
Do
watch
you
those
think-
games, and there's a few great players. We saw Liam have some great moments,
Mhm.
and we saw Dale have some good moments. And just imagine if every player was playing like that, and the DM was encouraging it.
mhm.
You get a much faster, more cinematic, in my opinion, game.
Yep.
You can have tactics still. The tactics should be individual level with small little discussion in character during the round.
Yeah.
Plenty of
I-
tactics there.
I live for those moments between Uri and I where we're standing there over his brother's corpse and I'm just like, reach for the moonshine. Like that's my jam. That's what I love. I love those moments.
I will say I wish we had more of those moments where we and that's one of my gripes with the montages and the negotiations is it takes away the actual role playing. It takes away those character to character interactions, and it turns it all into a die roll, and that drives me up a wall, man. I love having those conversations because that's how you really get into the flow of being in character. And man, Yeah.
I'd
I'm
set this
trying
up on a table with dungeon tiles and models and
Right.
just gauntlet run it, man.
I think that's the move.
I'm trying to get better at doing the montages and negotiations. Believe it or not, what you guys just experienced was much better than the first time I ran it.
I don't think it's a you
When there was
problem.
nothing
Tom.
but mechanics.
I didn't think it
it's
was
a
a you
design-
problem.
Yeah, it's not a
design
running
flaw.
problem.
Yeah, it's a
It's not a
design
running
flaw.
problem. It did feel, as much as I was having fun with that, just because I was yanking Dean's chain, it did feel like that was quite the skip. And okay, and here's go back. It was just different. And I think that with the negotiation and the montage being essentially becoming a more of a tactical thing. Okay, you have to decide this, and again, it's above table talk, like the comments are made, and that can be challenging.
Yeah, it's basically taking an extended skill challenge from 4E and and pasting that over the role play.
Yes, it felt
saying
like that too.
it said, "Hey, don't worry about talking in character. Don't worry about actually embodying this person that you've created. Just roll the dice and get over it." You know.
Yeah, and it feels like that too, right? It's like it's combat and then a bunch of tests, and then combat and then a bunch of tests.
Yep.
It's just the nature of the game, I think.
Yeah, it's and what happens, and maybe this sounds corny, but I think when you're thinking too much, you're not flowing. So I think that's true in anything you do, especially something creative, because I spent a lot of this session thinking, because I'm like, okay, I have these tests lined up. We're in a combat. Now we have tests. So I'm constantly referencing these sheets instead of just going, all right, let me settle into this Sylph guy and talk as Sylph. But it felt like those spaces were very narrow. Like I didn't have a
When I
lot
went
of
back to
space.
playing Shadow Dark a little bit, and those kind of games where nothing's on your character sheet, it's all in the world. So you're in the world, you're not in your character sheet. This game, you're buried in your character sheet.
Yeah, this game really wants
really
to be
internalize
played
it.
through. It really wants to be played through the game frame. Like it really just wants. That's where it wants the players to situate themselves, and that's where you should live, and just deal with the mechanics and move your little guys around like pawns. That's really what it wants.
Right.
And that's how it's written. They even write it that way, right? You should have a tactical discussion, but you can play it differently. You guys demonstrate it can be played differently. It's a different mindset than the writers envisioned,
Sure.
but I think is too complicated. You don't need that much complication to play it as a role-playing game.
Max
It
has
can be very simple to play a role-playing game. I was just talking about this on my Discord channel. It's like I just want a game that's simple enough to get out of the way, to go on cool adventures, do cool things in a world, and not have to force my way through the mechanics to make that happen. Right?
Now, that's right. Now, Tom, we had used pre-gens. These were characters that were pre-generated. Kingmaker got greased within the first half hour. How long would it take for him to roll up a new character?
I don't know. I think a while.
Question.
3 weeks.
A while.
3 weeks.
Yeah. A Shadow Dark character might take less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
One of these
Or you could use
takes an hour plus.
Yeah.
Shadow Dark auto generators make it instantaneous.
Oh yeah.
Well, with this game, you have to pick your 9 abilities, right? And once you die, even at level 1, it's like I just learned 9 abilities. I have to go and do that again for another class. No, thank you. I'll just take Fury again. Like it's very not. It's not friendly. I don't think. And I'm being maybe a little bit vehement in my reception.
This is Robbie. This is Jobby. This is
Bobby.
Yeah.
the 9 dwarves.
I'm from a big family. Okay, dwarves have.
Can we answer Max's question? Because I think it's a very
Max.
good one.
Where's that at?
It's
Immersive.
Tom, do you want to stop sharing the book and then have us so people can see our ugly mugs a little better? There we go.
Boy.
Yeah.
There we are.
Looking a lot less bloody.
How immersive can you get? All those powers mechanics, did they pull you out a lot? Now,
Yes.
to be fair to they did, but to be fair to the game, they don't. They do say you don't have to use the where did I go? You don't have to use the names given nor the descriptions given. You can give your own names, your own descriptions. I don't think a lot of players would play it that way, but this group certainly could if they wanted to play that.
I bet
much.
I bet that would be
It'll
better, honestly, Tom, because then because I'm looking at it going, how does
know
this
your
look?
powers, yeah.
Like strike now. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
So I think back to Max's question, like I said, those moments where perhaps Crispy and I are back and forth with each other. He's jibing at me. I'm thinking about how worthless he is. Or I'm talking to Uriah and we're swigging on the. Those are the moments that I'm in it. I'm in that character. I'm in that second, and then the second I'm got my nose in my books, I'm like, I'm kind of out of it. And that's again, this is no reflection on Tom. I mean, I think Tom ran it the way it's supposed to be run.
Where it's possible, Max, I think is where it's like where power. We struggled with this, and we were talking about this a lot before the session. How are we going to communicate what we're doing to the rest of you in a way that is, because some of the abilities we have aren't strictly observable.
Right.
Like we struggled a lot with Dean's ability to mark an enemy. So he just didn't do it at all. Yeah. But it's the how does that visible? How do we know the enemy is marked? Like, is it a verbal thing? Is it a visual thing? Where there's something that you can describe, you can describe it and it's visual, but where it's not, it's hard. It's hard to do.
The only solution I could come up with, which we talked about in our dress rehearsal, was like having red feathered tipped arrows and being like, all right, I'm going to hit the guy with the arrow to indicate. What I was hoping for was maybe a scene where I could be a tactician and role play that by saying, okay, before we set out on this, let's talk about how we're going to watch, how we're going to like. If we could have gotten a chance to do a little role play right before just appearing on the car, I didn't expect that. So I could have briefed them and said, gentlemen, I rode with the Gallows Company. I know a little thing I served. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to mark these guys with these arrows. If you see them, like I was hoping to get that opportunity, but we were like, bam, on the car in the rain and then ambushed. And I was like, oh shit. I was completely like, surprised.
And even deeper than that,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
even if they know a person's marked, that's a weird power. Because how do you really? How does that help?
How does it give you an advantage? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's purely a gamey thing.
Right. It's silly.
Yeah, it's a gamey thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of gamey things in a lot of games.
Right.
Definitely a gamey thing.
Right.
For sure.
It's very gamey. Yeah.
It's how do you play it? You know, how do you
role
if you
play
can translate it into role
attack
play, I
that
think
guy.
it'll work.
Look for the kink in the armor below the breastplate.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Yeah. Is keeping his shield too low, going for the neck above the shield. It's like a lot of stuff like that, but it's like, that's hard to keep going every round.
And then is that the true? And then is that the case moment to moment, right? Like, because when you mark a guy, you mark him for a round. So is he gonna be holding his shield too low the whole fight? Is he static? Does he not move around? So you know. Yeah.
And that's, we got the king of dissing on VTTs in the call here. So, but I mean, I was keeping like little notes as we were going along of just things that I was thinking in the moment. If I was ever taken out of the immersion, the thing that took me out, I wrote that down. And one of the thing was just the needing the grid. When you get so used to playing theater of the mind, when you get so used to just saying what you do, not needing to necessarily wait for a turn and waiting for all of these different pieces getting moved around, it really, really takes you out.
You're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said the same thing to Kingmaker in the around back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amit.
Glad you like it.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Glad someone liked it. I'm just kidding.
I want to point out one of my favorite role plays moments. It was when I died and Uriah took my body as it hardened and took my pieces and placed me on a stone wall.
That's great.
So we literally have the Berlin Wall.
It's
the Berlin Wall.
Your uncle's gonna be like, "Did you bring him back?" No, I left him in enemy territory.
He's on a wall.
Here was the
That's
thing.
some quick thinking.
I actually I was thinking about this earlier. When we were talking, because we were like discussing our kind of the backstories and how we know each other and stuff. And me and Kingmaker, me and Berlin, we have our Uncle Kenny. That's the guy that we know, and
Uncle Kenny.
he knows Silif.
Right.
And my idea was, we talk about Uncle Kenny, and we reveal that he died, and we found him all crumbled up in his bed, turned to a pile of gravel, basically. So I already had that idea. I was not expecting any character death to happen at all. So I'm like, oh, cool, I get to show this off.
Awesome.
And it hit me at the very last second. Whenever I was putting him against the wall, I'm like, this is the Berlin Wall now.
Oh no.
It didn't even occur to me until like I was halfway through putting him down.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen,
Loved it.
I'm going to turn in for the night. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
Thank you, Tom.
Pleasure.
Thank you for
Thanks,
the
Tom.
time and the
Appreciate
effort,
you,
Tom.
buddy.
I really
Yeah, it was
appreciate it.
awesome. Thank you very much
Absolutely.
for playing, everyone. And thanks for watching, everyone. Go back and watch the great role playing of all the dying characters and the eulogies. Bye, everyone.
Boy,
Take
Take care,
it easy.
y'all.
God bless.
Bye bye.